Not too bad that time.
So let me guess, you're here regarding the procession of these shades who've been standing here for quite some time, clogging the hall a bit. They barely moved at all.
You guessed it, Mr. Hypnos. So, have you, given any thought to maybe focusing the traffic flow through here a little bit to keep the hallway clearer and, oh, I don't know, put some sort of time limit in place?
You know, can't say I have. I've got my registration list and I have had to keep a careful eye on it with all the shades that have been pouring in. It's really gotten slow around here.
It definitely has. I have to go. Hope you get yourself some rest, okay?
You bet.
Zagreus.
Oh, tough luck.
Zagreus, how am I doing as a mother? Tell me honestly. Nyx has had so much to share about raising you. Foods you hated or enjoyed, your natural abilities, your friendships. She knows everything. Sometimes I wonder how I can ever compete.
Mother, I think you're doing great. And I'm sure you know it's not a competition between you and Nyx. I just get the benefit of having two great mothers rather than one. Or zero.
Thank you, my son. I know I wasn't there for most of the hard part, but I'm here now. Though when I inevitably, inadvertently trample all over your feelings at some point, please tell me, all right?
It's a deal.
In my recent audience with Nyxlad, she let on that you have mentioned Chaos as of late. Is it true you've met her parent yourself?
I have. Chaos is not like anyone I've ever met. At first I was a little worried meeting this vast primordial entity apparently responsible for all creation, but they seem all right. Chaos and Nyx haven't been talking for a while, though. You don't know what happened there, do you?
I know a little bit, I think. Nyx, she and Chaos, they just slowly drifted apart. No animosity, not anymore at least. It happens between parents and children. And once such ties are severed, they cannot always be restored. Especially among primordial gods as old as time, I suppose.
They drifted apart. Thanatos, I've meant to ask, is it really the case that many mortals have a crippling fear of death?
It is. I'm quite feared up there. Most of them cannot distinguish between me and, say, Lord Ares, or your father even. We fill them with despair. No helping it.
Why not? I mean, isn't it kind of a big problem that they have such negative associations here? Can't we, I don't know, do something to educate them all?
We've all the time to educate them here. Their ignorance of death is solved almost as soon as they experience their first. Though I suppose they might be better off knowing before the fact.
Yeah, seriously. Hey, Orpheus, mate. I have something good for you right here. Ambrosia, all the way from the surface. I want you to have it.
Ah, but this is splendid, Zagreus. And I must say, apart from my Eurydice, I've never felt as strong a bond of kinship as with you.
You're too...
Zagreus, I heard your recent lyre playing from your bedchambers. Let no one lead you to believe it's not a reassuring start.
Oh, come now, mate. I'm terrible and you know it. You pulling one over on me is payback.
I'm being serious, my friend. It is a challenging pursuit requiring a dedicated state of mind. The progress shall come. You shall discover what I mean.
I hope you're right.
At last, the bridge to chaos is restored. Thank you so very much, my child. I shall be going then, and I shall presently return. Please have no fear. And now, farewell. I shall bring Chaos your kindest regards.
Please do. Until next time, Nyx.
Ambrosia. You know the penalty for attempting to sway an overseer of the House of Hades with foreign contraband, don't you?
I can't entirely say I do, though if it involves lashings and whatnot, I already get more than my share of that, so figured I would take the risk. So what do you say?
I say hand over the damn bottle. I'll see that it's disposed of properly. Now, as for you, you wouldn't know who misplaced something like this, would you? On my authority as overseer, hang on to it. Though if you tell so much as anyone.
What? Wow. I'll cherish her. Here, you can have these, Chef. Done deal. So, what happened when Mother first arrived, if I may ask? Some of your residents seem to remember the Queen from before, yet the Olympians just never found out?
They had no jurisdiction here. No knowledge of our goings-on. Well, Hermes did perhaps, but in a very limited capacity. As far as anybody knew beyond this realm, our queen was Nyx. Ask nothing more of this.
All right, all right. What do you think of all the lounge decor there, Meg? Looking a little better these days, wouldn't you say?
You know, it isn't bad. Though I have heard the strangest thing. That you're responsible for all of this. I couldn't understand why you would even bother, honestly.
Well, it's a popular locale for off-duty underworld officers to take a load off between shifts, and so I figure least I could do is pitch in and make the place a little better than I left it, right?
How very selfless of you, Zagreus. Soon, doubtless, it'll be your portrait hanging on that wall back there.
Oh, no, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Meg.